All right, let's not play no games. I need full-on participation. I need you to get down in the comments and work with me. Who should not make this Team USA team? I'm going to give you my roster that I would keep. Let me know if you agree.
Let's start with the projected starting five, because this is where everything gets turned upside down. In this lineup, Caitlin Clark runs point, Jackie Young slides into the two-guard spot, Kalia Copper takes the wing at 3, Hamby holds down the power forward role, and Aaliyah Boston anchors the paint. On paper, it looks balanced, but conceptually, it's revolutionary for USA basketball. Why? Because this lineup quietly discards decades of tradition. For as long as USA basketball has existed, roster construction has been rooted in loyalty and experience. Veterans who survived Olympic pressure, World Cup grind, and international officiating were always prioritized. The system rewarded players who had already been there, who understood the playbook, the pace, and the expectations. Continuity mattered more than momentum. This starting five signals a shift away from that mindset. Instead of stacking the floor with proven Olympic names, this group is built around current performance, chemistry, and the future direction. It's not about who's paid their dues, it's about who fits right now and where the program is headed next. That's why this matters beyond just 5 names on a graphic. USA basketball has historically resisted change unless forced into it. And that's exactly why the 2024 Olympic roster decision caused such an uproar. Chelsea Gray, a longtime USA basketball fixture, earned a Paris spot despite battling injuries. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, who was dominating the WNBA as a rookie, stayed home. That decision ignited a firestorm. Clark led the entire league in assists, ranked at the top in three-point efficiency, and was transforming attendance and viewership. Yet, when the Olympics rolled around, she wasn't there. From USA basketball's perspective, the logic was simple. Trust the veteran who knows the system. From the outside, it looked outdated. This projected starting five feels like the league finally acknowledging that tension and choosing evolution over tradition.
The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, should be the starting point guard for Team USA. Duh, the best thing that ever did it. Caitlin Clark starting at point guard. Jackie Young should be starting at shooting guard. That is what I believe it should be. That should be the starting backcourt right there. We move on to the wing position. I got Kalia Copper starting at...
Now, let's move to the backcourt rotation, which narrows down to just 4 names. Caitlin Clark, Jackie Young, Paige Bueckers, and Kelsey Plum. And here's the thing, as uncomfortable as it may feel for some fans, there's clear logic behind this group. Start with Clark. As a rookie, she averaged 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, and more importantly, she dragged Indiana into the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. That's not just production, it's impact. Jackie Young brings championship credibility, having just won a title with Las Vegas and earned all-league recognition. Kelsey Plum already owns Olympic gold from Paris and has proven herself on the biggest stage. Paige Bueckers, despite injuries wiping out much of her season at UConn, reminded everyone upon her return why she's considered one of the most naturally gifted scorers in the game. This group blends creation, shooting, and experience seamlessly. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Chelsea Gray is not part of this rotation. Gray is a finals MVP and a cornerstone of USA basketball for years, delivering in pressure moments repeatedly. Leaving her out feels almost unthinkable based on past precedent. But context matters. Gray turned 32 this past October, battled foot and leg injuries all season, and appeared in only 26 games in 2024, averaging 10.3 points and 4.4 assists. Solid numbers, but no longer elite. USA basketball has rarely made decisions like this in the backcourt, making this a clear pivot from reputation to current reality.
I have Kelsey Plum coming off the bench. Obviously, Kelsey Plum should make this team. I think the backcourt is set between Caitlin Clark, Jackie Young, Paige Bueckers, and Kelsey Plum. You got all you need at the guard spot. You really like You really don't need no more guards after that, for real, for real. You need wings and bigs. You don't really need no more guards after those four.
Yes, Angel Reese claims that final roster spot. And as harsh as it may sound, the logic is solid. As a rookie, Reese averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game, setting a WNBA record with 15 straight double-doubles. Her rebounding motor is elite, and her physicality can change games, but she's not a primary scorer or a floor general. When Chicago asked her to carry too much offensively, the numbers reflected it. She shot just 39.1% from the field, while her usage rate climbed beyond what her current skill set could support. On Team USA, that issue disappears. Surrounded by elite creators, Reese wouldn't need to force her offense. She'd focus on rebounding, defending, and bringing energy. In that role, she thrives.
At the 4-5 off the bench. This might surprise some of y'all. Y'all gonna see where I'm going. I got Cameron Brink. I got Cameron Brink on my team. I don't know about y'all. I got Cameron Brink coming off the bench for this team. I have Rakia Jackson coming off the bench on the wing for this team. I also have Kiki Area Finn coming off the bench as a backup big on this team. We have one spot left. One spot left between Angel Reese.
So, who gets left out? Janie Green, Brittany Griner, Veronica Burton, and that points to something far bigger than individual omissions. USA Basketball is signaling a generational shift, building around the next wave instead of clinging to the past. Traditionally, this program prioritized veterans because international play demands experience. The three-point line is shorter, the lane is wider, and physicality is officiated differently. That's why Sue Bird played until 41 and Diana Taurasi made Paris at 42. But the rest of the world is catching up. Paris proved it, the gold medal came, but Australia pushed hard, and France nearly broke through. Perhaps true dominance now requires athleticism, shooting, and current form, not just legacy. Viewed through that lens, this projected roster isn't radical, it's inevitable.
Being just a role player, which is what she should be. She's not a star go-to player. Rebound, and that's it. That's all. Rebound and play defense. That's all you got to do. That should be your role, but your team in the WNBA sucks so bad that you're trying to do more, and that's just not you. Angel Reese makes my final 12. So who didn't make my cut? It's a lot of y'all looking like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You got that right. Chelsea Gray didn't make my team. I'm over all these old people. Look, Chelsea Gray's done her thing. She shouldn't even been in the Olympics. Caitlin Clark, rookie year. Caitlin Clark.
Let's break down the projected starting five, because this is where everything flips, not just tactically, but philosophically. Caitlin Clark runs point, Jackie Young slides into the 2, Kalia Copper occupies the wing, Darka Hamby anchors the 4, and Aaliyah Boston commands the paint. On paper, it looks balanced, but this lineup represents a seismic shift in how USA Basketball operates. For decades, roster decisions leaned heavily on continuity, loyalty, and institutional trust. Veterans who survived international grind and knew the nuances of Olympic play were prioritized over newcomers, no matter their domestic dominance. Historically, that approach worked. The US dominated and gold medals felt inevitable. But this 5 signals a new philosophy. It's not about past Olympic resumes, it's about current performance, complementary skill sets, and the future trajectory of the program. Clark at point is the clearest symbol of that evolution. She's new, culturally prominent, and untested internationally, yet her WNBA impact is undeniable. Rookie of the Year level production, league-leading assists, elite three-point efficiency, and transforming Indiana into a playoff team for the first time in 8 years. Jackie Young adds stability without hogging the ball. Copper brings defensive toughness and championship-level wing play. Hamby delivers versatility and rebounding, and Boston anchors the interior with elite defense and offensive efficiency. This lineup is about fit, not nostalgia. It acknowledges that loyalty alone can't guarantee dominance anymore. Spacing, shooting, and creators who can stretch defenses are essential against a stronger, deeper, and more skilled international field. Historically, USA Basketball rewarded experience and familiarity, exemplified by Chelsea Gray's selection to Paris 2024 while Clark watched from home, sparking controversy because Clark's rookie year impact was extraordinary. This projected starting five feels like an acknowledgement. The game is evolving, and so must the program. Veterans will always matter, but this group asks a new question. What if the best bet isn't who has paid their dues, but who performs best now and fits most effectively? That mindset doesn't just change lineups. It signals a philosophical shift, a willingness to embrace innovation over tradition. If realized, this starting five won't just be remembered as a basketball decision. It will mark the moment USA Basketball officially chose evolution over legacy.